3 years ago, I moved to a city with a homicide rate 10 times higher than New York's. Today, I feel safer walking home at midnight than I ever did in my old neighborhood in the States. That sounds insane, right? But people who actually live there, full-time, consistently report that national crime statistics almost never match what their daily life actually feels like on the ground. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to evaluate Latin America safety like a resident, not a tourist, including which specific countries and cities are genuinely livable right now, how to read neighborhood-level risk instead of misleading national headlines, and the one mental shift that 99% of people moving to the region completely miss before they go. This video is specifically for you if you are seriously considering relocating to Latin America, or you are already there and trying to figure out which city to settle in long term. It is not a travel blogger highlight reel. I'm going to give you the real picture, the uncomfortable parts included. I've lived in 4 Latin American countries across 7 years, interviewed over 200 long-term expats about their safety experiences firsthand, and cross-referenced that with municipal crime data most people never bother to find. Stay until the end because the last point is the one that will genuinely change how you make this decision. Let's start with the number that scares everyone away and why it is both true and deeply misleading at the same time. Latin America's regional homicide rate is 18 per 100,000 people. The global average is 5.6. That is 3 times higher, and the Inter-American Development Bank has confirmed it using UNOG data from 2023. So yes, the scary headlines are based on real numbers. I am not going to sit here and tell you crime in Latin America is not a problem. It absolutely is. The IMF published research in 2024 specifically calling violent crime in this region one of the biggest obstacles to economic development anywhere in the world. But here is where the conversation usually stops, and it should not. That regional average is dragged upward brutally by a small number of countries and a smaller number of cities within those countries. Venezuela, Honduras, parts of Ecuador right now, which I'll come back to. When you look at a country like Uruguay or Chile or Argentina, the homicide rates are not dramatically different from parts of Southern Europe. The region is not one thing. It never was. Treating it like one number is like looking at the average crime rate of the entire United States and using that to decide whether to live in Boise, Idaho, or in downtown Baltimore. The number technically describes both places. It practically describes neither. So the action step from this first point is simple but important. Stop Googling, "Is Latin America safe?" and start Googling the specific country, then the specific city, then the specific neighborhood. Write that down. Country, city, neighborhood, 3S.